then we have two of the guest producers, Adele and Jenkins. Alright, so I'm gonna ask a couple questions, and then we're gonna turn it to audience questions. So start percolating, thinking about what you want to ask. Alright. So we're gonna start with you, sir. When you first came across the role of Chiron, what was your in the movie? What was your original thoughts, initial impressions?
When I first read the script, I first of all thought it was the best thing that I ever read. I thought it was the most epic true love story I've ever seen put into a narrative. And when I saw Chiron, I saw this person that I knew so well. This person that I've known for my entire life. This person that I've loved for my entire life. This person that you see in passing every day, that you don't really take a second and glance at because you assume that they're whoever. You're afraid to look at them for any extended period of time. And so it was just a unique thing to just, I guess, see this person that I've seen so many times put into a narrative, and to have the opportunity to kind of breathe some life into that person. So, yeah, man.
Ashton,
Yes.
Barry, the director of the film, always talks about the continuity between you two and the youngest actor who played Chiron. He talks about your eyes. But silence, like all three characters have this air of silence and quietness about them. How did you go about trying to match the performances of your other two selves?
Well, what's interesting is we actually weren't allowed to see each other on set and match performances. So Barry did a great job at directing, and I think the script gave a lot as well. Things kind of just jumped off the page, and we were able to relate and also put Chiron's circumstances into our bodies. He was going through so much with his mother being on drugs, being bullied, struggling with himself. At that age, I feel like you would be in your head all the time in a headspace where it's kind of blank, I hope I answered your question.
I think it did.
Okay, dope.
For our producers at the end, Barry hasn't done a movie in 8 years? How did you all get involved with Moonlight and bringing him back? Some would say.
Well, I've had the privilege of knowing Barry since we were in college together. And I do have to say, it's not like he wasn't doing anything.
Right, true. He was working, guys.
He had things that he was keeping busy with. But yeah, it was a few years ago that I just reached out to him and said, I feel like you need to make another movie, and I want to force you to do that. So that was sort of how I was always in Barry's life, but that's how I kind of got into this project specifically.
And what about for you?
Well, we were on a sort of parallel track. Has anyone seen Medicine for Melancholy? Yeah.
Yes. Come on, guys. Yes, yo. Yes.
All right. We got free DVDs and we don't have free DVDs. So that's Barry Jenkins' debut film, which is an amazing film, and saw that film around the time that it came out and was blown away by it, and had wanted to work with him for years. We we went through a period of trying to find a common project. We didn't find something, and then in a fortuitous meeting, when myself and my partners went to the Telluride Film Festival in 2013 with 12 Years a Slave, Barry turned out to be the moderator of the first ever public screening of the film. And that was really interesting because we got to talking about other projects, and he sent us the script for Moonlight. And Trevante mentioned this, and as did Ashton, but it's a really remarkable piece of writing. It's a really amazing script. And we're really blown away by it. And there was also a feeling when we read it of this is the type of film that some people may perceive that there isn't an audience for this film or who's the audience for this film, but I think we had an instinct that that there was an audience for this film, and it may be that this film is the kind of venue for that audience to manifest themselves or to come out. And I want to thank everyone who's here tonight for buying a ticket to see this film. We really appreciate you supporting it. Anyway, our company and Adele linked up, and we really haven't turned back since. So.
Great. And if it wasn't for y'all, we would have this wonderful movie in front of us. I have a question for anyone on the panel. Y'all can jump into this. This movie kind of comes at a time when everyone's talking about diversity in Hollywood and representation, and the film has been regarded as like a great black film, a great black queer film, a great queer film, all those good, wonderful adjectives we love. What does it mean for you all to be coming out at a moment like this where this conversation is going, and how do you all fall into it?
Well, for me, I think it's everything, man. Like, to be at the forefront of something that I believe to be just a movement for everyone, like us as a people, really, not just being a black man or a gay man or anything. It's really just, I guess, a testament to where we are as a people, to see that there's so many different beautiful, wonderful, amazing people in the audience right now. We're here watching a movie about a very specific person. And that's just really, like I said, a testament to where we are as a collective. And I'm really, 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 really proud to be in this room with you guys and to have, again, the opportunity to be a part of something like this, and again, to be at the forefront of that. Because, like I said, man, I'm hopeful and I'm happy that we're in this place. So, yeah. Did I answer your question? Good.
Anyone else want to jump on that?
I totally agree with Trevante. I think that this came at the perfect time. It's like it's only a piece of the puzzle. We have so much to do with art and with film, like within the black culture, but this came at the right time. We have a bunch of dope movies like Moonlight, Hidden Figures, and so on and so forth that are making waves, and it's good that the world is capitalizing on that. So this has been a humbling experience and an appreciative experience, and I think that it was a passion project for everybody involved, and we knew that it would be on this wavelength. So yeah, like you said, thanks for showing love, y'all. Like, this is amazing.
Open it up to you all for any questions. I think we're gonna have to use our outside voices. All right, right there, sir.
First, I just want to say thank you. Really, I mean, I'm a teacher, but I mean, to have this kind of testament to what people need to be open to is tremendous, especially for young men. So thank you. I mean, honestly, everything you guys are doing. The question is, there's a lot of eating in the film, and there's a lot of, I mean, obviously this kind of juxtaposition of, this thinness versus kind of like being full. And I'm curious just what your thoughts are about the idea of nourishment and what forms that comes in and how that plays into the film versus lack of nourishment, and then also for nourishment for, and how that plays into all these things. And whoever wants to answer that is fine.
That's deep.
Well, I think obviously the physical transformation between story 2 and story 3 is really resting and powerful, and I think I've actually never considered. I haven't watched the film probably like 75 times or something. I've never considered that particular element of it. But I think I think it's a testimony to the fact that the film is landing with you or penetrating, that you're able to like find unities in the different images. I do think that like I don't know if nourishment is the word I would use, but I think there's definitely like a lot of nurturing in the film, and like a person that is in a way feels unloved and feels like the world is a hostile place, and these guys do an incredible job, I think, of communicating, like the physical embodiment of of a life that feels devoid of love, and then so that when there is the presence of love and the presence of nurturing, it feels all the more powerful because of how they occupy that space. And again, like what these guys have done, I think is really remarkable. Thank you for recognizing it.
Next question, right here, sir.
It's a comment, really. I would like to commend you on allowing those difficult and uncomfortable moments to linger. It's a style that you don't see anymore. It added to the visceral nature of the film, and it's something that absolutely captivating. So thank you for going there and allowing to go deep, because without those moments of just with the camera lingering and just going to that depth, you wouldn't have what you have. I mean, you trusted your actors, so congratulations. That was awesome.
Well, the you in this case is Barry Jenkins. So that's very kind of you to say, but Barry's on the East Cost tonight, but we'll pass that along. No, I'm saying like props to Barry Jenkins, and it's really kind of you to.
All right, I'm gonna go up top, all the way at top. I see your hand. Yes.
You gotta speak up, man.
Like, I'm interested in the idea of like the performance of black masculinity, like being hard and that sort of thing. Particularly in response to the part of the film, attack, and the whole idea of like not snitching and like being sort of retaliating and that sort of idea throughout the film about like being hard.
Yeah.
He asked about the performance of black masculinity in the film, as demonstrated by, not snitching and being hard, and he wanted to speak to that.
Okay, well, I feel as if black masculinity within the black community growing up is kind of just like a social mask that people put on to fit in. So Chiron, in the second half, he was an other. He was odd. He wasn't just homosexual. He was dealing with himself. He was lost. He was struggling within himself, and he was very vulnerable and open. I think it's something that a lot of people in the black community, like I said before, they put on these social masks and walk around with them in order to fit in. Like, if you don't play sports and you're an actor, for instance, like my situation, like you're like, I was bullied for that, So it's like a very open-ended question, but I can speak on that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right, right here in front.
First off, just thank you to the whole panel for coming. My question was, as you guys prepared for the role, what was your self-reflection like, and what did you learn about yourselves as you were in the role?
And for me,
Repeat that, please.
oh, he said, I'm sorry.
So as you were preparing for the role, what was your self-reflection process like, and what did you learn about yourself as you were in that role?
So for me, man, like, I pride myself on being someone who is very open, and I love to connect with people. I love to, just share moments like this right here. I'm eye to eye right now. We're having this conversation, and so to find Chiron, he was someone who is so distant from that, and so for me, it was really about. And like I said, I've seen this person so many times. I grew up with this person, so for me, it was really about kind of walking around LA in this headspace that I had this disdain towards everyone that I came into contact with. I couldn't love myself, you know what I mean? So I couldn't reflect that love onto anyone else. So I would see little kids walking around LA happy and having these wonderful moments with their family, and I would hate them. I would literally want to backhand these children. No BS, man, because I couldn't have the happiness within myself, and I hated them because they could. I literally couldn't connect with anyone. I felt as if I had a secret to hide from everyone, and I felt that if I connected with someone, they would see through me. They would see my insecurities. They would see everything that I was hiding. They would see this mask that I put on, and they would be able to penetrate that, and then I would be weak. And so for me, yeah, man, it was really just about walking around the headspace, walking around with that weight on my chest. And it was the most devastating thing, because again, I like to connect with people. That is what I love about life. You learn so much about people when you just listen to them. You know what I mean? And none of us do that. As a people, if we did that shit, we would be so much better as a collective, man. But no, we just look at this person like, oh, you know, he's scary, or he's black, I'm going across the street, that kind of thing. It's just, I don't understand people in that regard, man. But yeah, man, so it was really just getting into that headspace and then wearing that skin and then living with that weight, and then thankfully being able to go home and just kind of exhaust myself with that and you know, breathe again. But yeah.
Cool, thanks.
Yeah, man.
All right, we got time for one more question. I'm
Only
gonna.
one.
What do you say?
I said only one.
Only one.
Half.
I'm gonna go to the back, to the right there. You stand up already.
You gotta clean that question. You gotta come down to the middle, man. You gotta.
So I'm originally from Atlanta, Georgia, and grew up there. Shout out. Grew up there, also went to undergrad in Atlanta, Spelman College.
Shout out.
Shout out. Which is a historically black college. And so my entire experience has kind of been like black on black. And even being in Atlanta for so long, and you know, Atlanta also has a really big LGBT population, coupled with a really big black population. And even being in the city for so long, you don't really see the type of level of black male intimacy that is portrayed in the film. So my question is for both Trevante and Ashton. What were you guys kind of channeling to kind of display that black male intimacy, and what was that experience like?
Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, for me, I feel like this is very much just a story of love. So whether it was like male or male and female, I feel like these are circumstances that everybody's faced with. So it was literally just tapping into like the circumstances that were given to the character and finding those levels of love and like going off of that and connecting with the partner. I didn't put a gender on anything in the film, you know? It was just connection and love. So that was my shit.
Yeah, man. Because, that's kind of like backdoor that. It's like, you fall in love with someone's mental. You don't fall in love with the physical. You know what I mean? So, for me, I genuinely fell in love with the person that Andre Holland is. So for me, because he is just literally a beautiful human being and someone that I look to for guidance. And that it was kind of the same situation within the film. The context was obviously a little bit different, but it was the same situation. Yeah, and I forgot what I was about to say. So it's okay. It's love, brother. It's all love. Let's go. Love and understanding. Yeah.
Well, let's keep this all going. Thank you all so much.